Hi, this is Bill Dyer with the Pilot, and I'd like to show today the feed-forward test type for the Pilot or Archicopter Heli Autotune. So, real quick, I just want to describe the maneuver to you. After I get the aircraft up in the air and I set it into Autotune, it'll do a maneuver where it'll pitch forward, it'll do the pitch axis, it'll pitch forward about 15 degrees nose down, and then do a nice smooth steady pitch rate aft to about 15 degrees pitch up. And when it does that, it's looking to see what the steady state rate is and what command it takes to get that steady state rate. And so it calculates based off that first vent what that feed forward gain should be. And then afterwards it goes and does maneuvers to verify whether that is good gain. If it isn't, then it'll increase or decrease the gain and try it again. And it stops when it gets to within 5% of the desired rate. Then it'll do the same thing, except it'll pitch aft first, and then develop a steady state pitch rate forward, and determine the feed forward gain for that direction. It averages the two, and that is the final gain it comes up with for the feed forward gain. So here I am, I'm in all told mode, and I've got my switch set up for Autotune. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up into a hover. There we go. And when you're doing this, just try to make sure that it's not going to be moving towards you, like pitching towards you. So you can see I have it facing, quartering away from me, so that it'll be moving away from me a little bit. And so now I'll flip it into Autotune mode. And within about 5 seconds, you should see it start to do the maneuver. There we go, there's the first event. So it calculated the value. Now it's testing it. And it'll continue testing it until it determines that it's a good value. Okay, so you see the aircraft's getting a little further away from me, so I'm going to go ahead and bring it back towards me. I don't want to let it get too far away. I didn't flip it. I kept it in Autotune, just using the controls to get the aircraft back towards me. I kind of stop it, get stationary again, and I let go of the controls, and they'll start testing again. So there's a third one, I think. Now it's going backwards, so it determined the feed forward gain for pitching aft, and now it's going to determine for pitching forward. Okay, so I'm going to bring it back towards me again. It's getting a little further away from me. And you don't want to do this in the actual flights, just bring it back to you, kind of get stationary again, and then it'll start testing once you send any mistakes. After it's finished, you won't see it doing the maneuver anymore. So right now it's gone about 5, now almost 15 seconds without doing the maneuver. So I can pretty much say that I think it's determined what my feed forward gain should be. So if I want to test it, now I can flip back into alt hold. So I'm switching to alt hold now, and I'll switch back to switch to alt hold, and I'll switch back to Autotune. And so now I'm back in Autotune, and now I can test the gain to see what it feels like for the pitch axis feed forward gain. So it feels very responsive. So I can lower the collective and land. And as soon as I land, it's going to shut off the engine by itself. I didn't do anything there. It shut off the engine. So I'll go ahead and just do the same, but then I'm going to disarm while the aircraft is in Autotune. Okay, and now the aircraft is disarmed, and it should have saved the gains. And so that is what the feed forward test looks like for the Heli Autotune. Thanks for tuning in.